Good morning, class, and welcome to this lesson on circuits 5, voltmeters, and ammeters. Today we will know how to measure voltage and current with voltmeters and ammeters respectively. Okay, so this lesson is pretty basic. Um, I'm just going to describe to you how to measure things so that way when you get to class you have a little better understanding of this. So, an ammeter, this measures amperage, measures measures amps or current. And the only specific thing we need to know about an ammeter is that if you notice in this picture right here, notice the circuit is flowing through, the circuit flows through the ammeter. It flows through the device. In order to get current using an ammeter, we have to actually break the circuit and make it flow through so we can measure it inside here, okay? We can't just detect the current. The current has to flow through the device, okay? So it actually broke up and went inside there, okay? That's it. Whereas voltage, a voltmeter, which you probably have guessed, measures voltage. A voltmeter will just measure the voltage between 2 points. So as long as there is a potential difference, so the voltage between point A and point B will be different, okay? And if we put it on both sides, A and B, we will detect the voltage using a voltmeter. We do not have to disconnect the circuit. We can just take the contacts and put them on either side of where between points A and B. And it can be point A and point B. It can be point A and point B. It could be whatever points you want to. We can measure the voltage, and it will change at different points of the circuit, and we'll get into that later as we discuss circuits. Okay. So, but really, the difference between a voltmeter and an ammeter. A voltmeter you can just put right on the circuit, and an ammeter you have to disconnect the circuit and connect it. Last point is most classes, I know mine doesn't, most classes don't use voltmeters and ammeters. Most classes use a multimeter. It just makes sense. Why would you have two different devices when you can have it all in one? And it's pretty simple. Notice right here, if we have a DC current, we can measure DC volts on with any of these dials right here. And these numbers indicate how sensitive you want the measurement to be. We can measure some resistance down here. We can get DC amperage right here. We can get AC voltage right here. Um, I think I'm missing something, but you get the point. We have one device that can measure everything, and so most classes use this. So we don't have an ammeter or a voltmeter. We have a multimeter, and depending on the question, I just don't want you to be confused. It might say a voltmeter, it might say an ammeter, and what you really need to know is they're all the same thing. They're just measuring current or voltage or resistance or whatever.